I want to play just sort of a little bit of probably my favorite Framers song, "Broken Ankle,"
Mm.
which you guys didn't play at the show I went to,
Oh,
which I was very sad about. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'll just play a little bit of the beginning of this and just kind of give people idea of of the sound.
He took a flight to Colorado. Turned out his nana wasn't doing well. Almost crashed his bike and took a fell. The cloudy mind fucked up the angle.
Like this shit gets stuck in my head all the time. Like the little like so like that like little who came did you come up with that little like guitar melody there like the
oh, geez. If we're gonna talk about the building of this song, this has kind of a complicated history because this song, like the chord progression and the bass line, was actually an idea that Frank and I had in like late 2019 or early 2020.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. Frank had like this project for like an anthropology class, and they said, write your report by the end of this week. It can be in any medium that you need it to be. Frank thought it'd be funny if we made it into a song, so he kind of rushed out like this weird electronic jam that was just those two chords, like the first two chords that you were hearing in that song, and it sounded
Yeah.
awful. I will have to share that with you, but it was not my not my proudest work using Logic Pro. But
Wow.
2 years down the line, I was listening back to that demo and thought, maybe there's a way that we can, or maybe there's a way that I can try to bring this back into a sound that's more palatable for the framers. And, I removed like the extra synths and like the electronic drums in favor of like, just an electronic guitar and like the MIDI drums that are on Logic.
Yeah.
And funny enough, that riff was not actually in the original reimagining of the original demo that I had made. Funny story, I was seeing somebody at the time, and we were just talking about 80s music and what just made them so great. And she'd mentioned to me that like some of the best 80s songs were songs with a guitar part that just gets stuck in your head. So I went home that night and wrote that guitar riff. The band actually does not know this. If they listen to this episode, this will be the first time they're hearing that riff was inspired by someone that I was seeing at the time. But
wow. Well, I'd hope. First of all, I'd hope they'd listen to the episode if their lead guitarist is on it. That is really interesting. I mean, you're clearly a very effective hook writer.
Thank you. But yeah, as I've said, I feel that's a complicated history with creation because that's sort of like that kind of comes from all three places of like what I said our song comes from. It's like an original idea that like Frank and I jammed out, and then it's something that I ended up covering myself later, and then sort of just mishmash it with a different riff that I ended up writing like some random night in like summer of 22 or something. So
yeah. Now let me ask you this: does the girl know that she inspired it?
No, actually.
Wow. Okay. Well, you listen to this, whoever you are. I assume it was like Kate Upton or somebody.